Alright, so I've been playing Path of Exile Harvest, and I just want to make a quick video on my current setup. I've figured out, or I've been playing with tier 2 seeds, right? So, one of the things with tier 2 seeds is they need to have essence from your collectors, and the tier 2 seeds require essence from two different collectors, or there's two different types of tier 2 seeds. You got wild, or I don't even know if I have the correct ones here, but either way. So you want two dispensers of the other essences or life force feeding your farm. So what I have here is a big battery bank of essences. And what I found out is you can only have so many connections to the pylons. So two collectors or storage tanks in between each pylon, that's as much as you can get. Pylons can overlap with one space in between, because you can have 4 spaces between them. And then I just spread out my farm like so. So these are my tier 2 farms. And I have 2 dispensers of the other life force at each of the farms. And then I feed my power line as it is right here. Right? And then it goes to my battery bank. So, again, these are my tier 2 farms. I have exactly what I need. So, to be able to harvest a farm, you need 8 plants. And then you need so many plants next to each other for these to grow. And so these won't be harvestable until everything is grown. So you won't get that notification saying you have plants ready to be harvested until the tier 2 plants are actually ready to be harvested. So you actually have to like click the plants there. You can't just do the add all. Now I have tier 1 farms up here, which I don't have any plants left for these. And these are just feeding my storage tanks and for crafting and everything while I'm waiting for my tier 2 plants to grow. I haven't got to tier 3 plants yet, so once those come out, I might do a quick video on that. But this is essentially my farm as it stands now, and I'm hoping that I can integrate the tier 3 plants in with these, and I'm guessing the tier 3 plants might need plants of a different type growing next to it, adjacent to it, so you'd have to have different collectors, different farms next to each other. You couldn't spread them out like this. So again, I have some space over here to allow for other farms to be placed down next to them, so I can play around with tier 3 if I ever get to that, when I get to that spot. But I found that this is a good setup for storage tanks, because you could have 2 storage tanks, 2 pylons, or 2 rows of each storage tank, and you could just fill up all the way to the back here for whenever you get to that point. And I only have a few seeds left after I did that. But yeah, I think this is a fairly efficient farming setup as it stands. Again, the whole thing is about getting your pylons set up properly and then maneuvering them around. I found that going at an angle, you could get a little bit more distance with the pylons. But I'm still playing with it, so again, we'll see. It's very Factorio-esque. I keep wanting to press Q to like highlight or select a thing to move it or to place it. So, but as you see, I have plenty of space for more stuff. Like, I'm not hurting on any space. I don't know if you want to see the map or not, but you can move all around here. So again, pylon, or dispensers, and these are pylons just to get all the essences from my storage bank. My power line. But yeah, so this needs wild. This needs wild. Alright, those. I think this one down here is the one that is a good example. So that needs primal. And that needs vivid. So I have my primal dispenser and my vivid dispenser here for these. And the way that these overlap is that the vivid dispenser goes over to this farm, but I still get full coverage of the vivid dispensers and the primal dispensers. I'm just missing one vivid lane here, but you should be fine with that. So that's just a quick overview of how I have my farm set up. Playing around with it, I probably spent more time than I'm willing to admit playing around with it. It's not that difficult. And once you get a good power line set up, so this again goes all the way across the map, this one power line for all of the essences. And then I had to fuss around with it a little bit over here because I wanted to free up this space. Before I just had all three of them going across one at a time, but I really just wanted to free up more space. So, and then I have these. And again, you could have pylons in between two other things, and this will act as a pylon. So this to this to this to this. And the same thing works with dispensers. You can have a dispenser. So like if this was a dispenser, I could have this pylon here be a dispenser because this pylon can connect to it, and then this pylon can connect to it, and then you get the flow through that. So you don't need pylons everywhere. If I wanted to, I could turn these two into dispensers, and then same thing with like these two over here. Turn these two into dispensers instead of no. I would have to have these two into dispensers instead of pylons, and then I can maneuver this around a little bit just to get them closer. But I wanted just a straight line, and I wanted to be able to play around with it a little bit more with some extra space. But yeah, so that's a quick farm overview. Again, you set up your tier 2 farms with just the perfect amount of plants so they won't show as ready to be harvested until the tier 2 plants are actually ready to be harvested. And then you have some quick tier 1 farms that you can do everything else with while those are growing. So I'm just waiting to get more seeds now. I'm only level 55. Tier 2s aren't all that bad. I've been able to handle 1 to 2 tier 2 monsters without much of a problem so far. But again, they are equal to my level as I'm going, so that's not a huge deal either. And I have been stockpiling pylons and dispensers. I haven't crafted much. I've just been purchasing items and storing life force. So, but alright, I'm gonna end that video here. I'll probably make another one when I get to tier 3, and I'll probably learn some more tricks and tips that I'll share with you guys. So, later guys.